Hey guys, welcome to Master Gaming VR. This is a game that I've been looking forward to and following for a little while. It is the Wizards VR. This is from the people that made Alice VR, and it is currently $20, $19.99. I've been following this, like I said, and I've had a little bit of fear and trepidation every time they've shown a new GIF or a new video or screenshot that it was just going to be yet another wave shooter. So I'm going into this hoping it's not going to be yet another wave shooter, but so far from what I've read, it looks like that's what it's going to be. But hopefully not. Anyways, to start things off, I start off with my headset on the ground and my Vive controllers on either side, and I can go into Steam right now, and here's the left hand. So it would seem, if I go into Steam, which you guys can't see, Steam is showing this as the right hand. So I don't know, this happens in so many games, I can't tell if this is a Steam VR thing or a game thing, but I like to point it out. If you've got your controllers on your hands and you start up the game, you're going to need to swap your controllers. So that is that. Once I swap these over here, yeah, Steam still thinks that this is the left-hand controller, even once they're swapped. I don't know how to fix that other than swapping them. So there we go. Let's go ahead and jump in and actually get into this. So we've got British English, we've got not British English, Dutch. Yep, okay, so we've got some different voice languages. I like the mist that I'm just floating here in. Supply. So I assume that that's... Nope, well, we got a lot more options. Let's run through these really quick. Yeah, sure. We're good with all of this for now. General options... yeah, we can leave the subtitles off for now. Audio options. Okay, so we've got several different channels. Credits, we're not going to hit that. Special thanks to a bunch of different people. Alright, let's jump into the game. Select profile. Okay, so we've got old school 3 save system. Go to center and new game. So arcade mode doesn't appear to be a thing yet, or maybe I need to complete campaign first. So when this releases, the game will have been out for about a week. Today, on the 3rd, they just released a new patch. It looked pretty minor, to be honest. But a couple of days ago, they did promise free locomotion. So what you're going to see here is all teleport, but they have promised free locomotion is coming.
And the realm of Meliora. If you are willing, a heroic adventure and shining victories await beyond this door. I hope that you are ready to take magic into your hands.
So, triggers, grab, grips, make a fist. It does feel a little off. Like they should be angled out a little bit. Because if I'm holding up my fists, I'm about ready to punch myself. They should be angled out. Just maybe like 30 degrees, 15 degrees.
Time traveler and master spellcaster. I would bow if I could.
I will bow for you.
This is a pocket dimension.
Did I really need to pause the game?
Whatever you do here has no impact on the world outside. Don't panic, you can leave whenever you want, but I'd appreciate a moment of your time. Touch this glyph, and I will show you a basic spell, the Fireball. Repeat the gesture and show me what you can do. It's one thing to cast a spell, quite another to hit a target. Try with those crystals. That was acceptable. Let's move on. Teleport to the next platform when you're ready.
It's very sensitive. Oh. Like the slightest motion sends it up. Alright. Trackpad, point, teleport. Doing that. Okay, to that. Alright, well, that's weird. Alright, so choose a direction. Hold to rotate. Yeah, I don't know what they want out of that.
Now I'm going to show you a more powerful
I have no clue what they meant.
The Frostbone. I believe you'll find it quite useful. The Frostbow can
That's nice.
quiver. Reach behind your shoulder and grip an arrow.
Yeah, I did that. So, moving the right hand, moving the left hand, it only pivots. It pivots very weird. Yeah, I guess it works. It's a little off, in my opinion.
Get your teleportation spell ready. Any respectable wizard can safely teleport without seeing exactly where they are going.
Alright, so if you have, when you do this, you have to hold both triggers, swipe it across, and hold trigger on this hand. If you let go of trigger, it fades. Alright, what did he want me to do? He wanted me to teleport somewhere.
Take as long as you need to practice, but remember, we have times and places to be. Teleport once more. I have one last thing to show you. Now I need you to open the gates with telekinesis. Don't worry, magic is much stronger than muscles. Most of them, anyway.
So that would have been better suited to go up, not down. That was very not effective. Weird. Not very I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Not very responsive. Not very easy to use. It's pretty though. We'll give it that.
Step inside and make yourself at home. It was built by another wizard a long time ago. You should fit right in.
This must be what they mean when they were talking about rotating. I don't like this. Not even a little bit. I assume that this is for Oculus users who have a 180 setup. And for that, sure, it's fine. But, so it's not left and right so much as up and down. Like right... Okay, no, down seems to just be flip 180. Very weird. I don't know, it's hard to figure this out. I don't think it's working appropriately. Anyway, let's go in here. In here. In here. There.
Before you is a map of Meliora. The figurines represent the locations you will travel to. Pick one up and place it in the large slot. Now take the segment with gems on it. It will take you to the time and place of battle. Place it in the slot closer to you.
Okay. Very direct. Very...
What makes this realm special are these rifts. These openings lead into strange dimensions and allow raw magical energy to flow into our world. Do forgive me the lecture, and please carry on if I'm boring you, but I personally find the topic fascinating.
You're a little boring.
Only a true wizard can summon such energy by themselves. But many Meliorans specialize in using rift magic to create some incredibly useful enchanted objects.
Telekinesis those.
Wounding the wielder's opponent is but the beginning of what can be achieved.
Give me the shiny sword.
Goblins, cunning, greedy, and ornery on the best of days.
Bastards. Why does he have a lollipop?
Weapons for ages, but the mere thought of paying fairly
Why does he have a lollipop?
repulsive to them. In the end, they always resort to force to obtain what they want. Their army of orcs has snuck into Meliora.
I'm sorry, you ruined it with the lollipop.
Should they succeed, the invaders
I'm
will
not
easily
afraid of the
overpower
goblins.
the realm and its guardians. It would be really nice of you to defeat them, otherwise the future will turn rather ugly very fast. You may not feel like you have big stakes in it, but I do find myself dreading the return of the grim reality I have worked hard to avert.
So why are you doing this? Why am I? Why is it so black? Alright, loading screen is a little hourglass. Alright, floating score.
Off. The time is right, but the place is not. You need to get into the ruins. It's a bit of a trek from here, but lucky for you, the platform lets you teleport. Oh look, that's a nice view of Pinewood. Wait, something's wrong.
What's wrong?
Nobody seems to be around. I wonder if the citizens went into hiding or something awful has already happened.
Something awful. Like a fireball to the belfry. I think I might have figured this out. It needs to be either the top or the bottom of the controller. I was trying to do dead center on, and that brings it up, it highlights it. But when you're dead center on the trackpad, you don't get that. You have to be at the very, very tip top. Really, it just looks like most any section on the outer edge will do it. The bottom left and bottom right along the edge don't really light up. This quirky teleportation locomotion is quirky.
Look out! Show these guys what we're here for, would you?
Why can't I cast it with this one?
Apparition floating in front of you measures the likelihood of your success. The more of the circle remains gold, the better. When you run out, you have to try again from scratch.
So it's my life. Catch. No. It does feel very good. The flick and, I don't know, it feels like an actual spell cast. It's got that down. I have a card of some sort. Oh, okay, I see what that was. That was Mage Lock or something.
Are quite famous, but astonishingly little is known about them. There is a rift in one of the remaining towers, and my favorite theory about the history of this place is that it was a wizard king's palace that was abandoned after the rift opened.
Okay. I think this guy's a little cracked, to be honest. And here we go.
The presence of these crystals worries me. They often form around corrupted rifts and are great for providing power for spells, but they're quite volatile. It takes great skill or recklessness to use them.
Oh, okay. I don't actually lift my hand, I just grip while pointing at it. That looks like a link wall. Alright, that's fun. War. You're too late, I already did that.
Looks like you'll have to break through a wall to go further.
God, I suck. Come on, you can do it. No, no, I really can't.
Chaos, it's a dragon! Duck!
Oh shit. That's cool as fuck.
Is it friendly? I think it's friendly. Or at least neutral. Dragons never cared much for the affairs of lesser beings.
You know who this guy reminds me of? It just ticked. This guy reminds me of, oh fuck, what's his name? Fraser, the guy who plays Fraser. Oh god, I can't remember his name now. It'd be amazing if it was him. Must break all the barrels. Why? Because RPG. It's what you do. Somehow I just don't think that that would be standing like that anymore.
This crystal is dangerous even when it's not holding any spell. You should
Boss fight?
destroy it before it corrupts the Pinewood Rift.
Okay, so not really a wave shooter. I will say that this game will be much better with good locomotion. But I love the feel of casting the spells so far. He looks like he's got a fucking Santa hat on. That red mask. screw it up and miss, and you don't get a second chance. God damn. Sportsing was never my thing. I don't know why I'm playing games where I have to throw shit. There we go.
Get to some higher ground. We'll see where you need to go from up there.
My arm feels a bit mush. That's residual Orbis effects.
In retrospect, it might have been wiser to study it first, but shooting solved the problem just fine.
Yeah. Blow shit up. Like the barrels.
I think that massive crystal was somehow responsible for Pinewood appearing lifeless earlier. I can hear the village life returning to normal.
Oh, can you now? There you go. Sounds like a kitchen ambient noise.
From here on out, it should be smooth sailing. Have some fun shooting enemies. I'll provide moral support.
Moral support. Now your spell potential is 1. What? You have 1 tokens to buy new upgrades. As I'm looking at this, it's scrolling and I don't like it. This works though. Unlocked Arcane Shield. Score just over 5,000 times 0.95 times 1. So I guess it's a max score? How the hell did they get? Whatever. We won't worry about it. Did that say quad nips? I wonder if I can go back on a higher difficulty. Is that Carbon Studio? That name sounds familiar. I feel like I should know that name. I am not in the top 100. I am the suck. Okay. Let's go learn a new spell. Why do I have a table here? Oh! Ow. Wait a minute, oh.
Well done. You're good to go now. The orange
That's super
cliff
slow.
behind you will return you to the sanctum.
So I could, in theory, just recast it every single time. That feels good. They really put a lot of thought into the gestures. That it feels like a mage motion for a defensive spell. Oh shit! Will that hit him in the face? Slowly but surely, it bounces off of his shoulder. Oh, orange glyph. We've already done those. Let's exit. So I wouldn't call that a wave shooter. I was pleasantly surprised. I went in with very, very low expectations and a lot of
I have
fear.
a housewarming gift for you.
What is your housewarming gift? I have a tokens
This
available.
is my spellbook. As I pass it to you,
No, it's my spellbook.
it will now show you your progress in the study of magic and the spells you will learn in the future. The glyph will take you into the pocket dimension that you already know and where you can practice.
Alright, so we've been in there. I have tokens available. Reset upgrades. Okay.
The fireball doesn't do much damage, but its casting is easy.
There we go. A simple but potent ball of fire, the basic offensive spell, easy to conjure and useful for finishing off weak enemies. Fireball sets enemies on fire and they take damage over time, or empowered fireball. Hold the fireball in your hand to increase its power and speed. That one is locked. Alright. I will take the dot. Apparently, I have to unlock that. Alright. You go back up there. What about the shield?
Will deflect any projectiles shot your way.
Arcane Bulwark. Okay, I probably don't need that since I can just cast it at... Well, apparently I can't cast anything in here. So you go away. What about the bow?
I don't think I need to explain the frostbow to you, do I?
Yes, yes you do. Please do. Icy Mist. Upon hitting the ground, the first arrow creates a cloud of icy mist that slows enemies down. That could be useful. Frost Shard, depending on how long that stays up there. Enemies become vulnerable to attacks for a short amount of time. Yeah, so that ground target slow is up there for a while. That'll probably be a needed ability. Right, where else are we going? Alright, next up. What are these? I feel like I've got a lot of things that that I should be able to do that I can't. Alright, Pinewood is a small town built on something or something something. I should have stuck it in there. I wanted to see what that thing over there did.
We are now in Pinewood, a town of blacksmiths and enchanters. It is here that the finest magical weapons are crafted, and therefore the first target on the goblins list.
Can I have my spell, please?
I didn't know they could grow that big. This orc can sure take a beating.
Why can't I? Ow. Is there a cooldown on this thing now? If it introduced a cooldown when I upgraded it, that is some annoying shit. Okay, maybe I'm just sucking. Okay. I'm okay with it just being me sucking. I don't know how I feel about the auto heat seeking.
Watch out for more.
I mean, the aim assist isn't too terrible. If I can still miss pretty badly.
Catch your breath. That was the last of this group.
Phew. Okay.
More orcs are on their way.
Fireball feels weird. I don't know what it is, but it's no longer as easy to cast as it was in the first one. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I can only have one in the world at a time. I think that might be what it is. I like that it's forcing me to switch up the spells.
No one will know who saved them, but at least they'll live to tell the tale.
So that one was definitely just wave shooter. Damn it. The first one was better.
Very well. Practice more if you like. You are going to have plenty of moving targets soon enough.
I don't see it doing anything. Oh, let go.
Your lightning has limited range and takes a bit longer to cast, but will kill weak enemies instantly.
I'm fucking Emperor Palpatine. So I have to keep my hands together. I like it. I like it a lot. There's haptic feedback to it, so it feels really good. And it's strong. Okay, they need to be there for a split second. You can't just push out and expect it to work. Close out, close, forward, open. So you need that split second pause once you get out there. Fist, push, hold, open. I like it. I like the effect. I like how it feels. Let's go back. Oh, he didn't? No, he did tell me. Never mind. Alright, how long have we been going for? because I am having fun despite myself. So yeah, should probably only do one more really quick. Hopefully, stick this here. I want to see what this does. Ah, that's what that does. I am the top of my friends. Go me. I didn't even know I had friends. Where did I get friends from? Oh, no, that's wrong. Because, yeah, Farbor GNU should be above me. Like, Imperion should be above me too. I think that's broke. Alright. Let's go see about this. Spending some points. Bounces to nearby targets. Hell yes. We will take that. 2 spell potential. He didn't tell me about summoning the power of lightning. He was remiss. What did we say? We're gonna grab this. Come on. Total spell potential is 4. Right.
Now for a quick history lesson. Quite some time ago, this quaint little country was taken over by orcs, which was rather unpleasant for everyone involved. Decades later, I mastered time travel and created this alternate reality by stopping the invasion in its early days. However, I messed up a few things, and this is where you step in.
Let's be clapping my hands as best I can without beating the controllers.
Of course, this is technically your place now, but might I ask that you don't knock every book and doodad off the shelves? I can't clean up after you. Not that I would.
That's a nice touch. I wish I could pull the books out and make it fall over. Okay. So this kind of feels like a little bit of what was the wizard game? God, can't remember anything. All right. Anyways, Waltz of the Wizard. This room feels very Waltz of the Wizardy. All right. Let's go ahead and grab this one and stick it in there. Loading screen. We're back here in the same shit. Oh, what the fuck is that?
Oh, bother. Some of them have elemental barriers now. Pick your spells carefully.
Okay, barrier to fire.
Keep an eye on the runners. Perhaps you should close one of the doors to stop the enemies from coming at you too many at a time.
Why could I not
Prepare for more enemies.
close those ones? Come on.
Close another set of doors. The fewer you need to hit, the better.
So basically, I'm a Jedi, is what we're saying here.
Get ready for a fight. There's another wave of troops coming.
So it feels a lot like a tower defense, which I'm going to say is not quite the same as a wave shooter.
That'll show them why no one messes with me, with you.
I'm doing the pause wrong. Why is it ricocheting back to me?
One gate is still open. Close it so that we have fewer monsters to deal with.
Use the Force, Luke. Haha, fuckers.
Watch out for more.
More? From where? Oh shit. That was way off. No! God damn it. I think I got him. What just hit me? Damn it.
These greedy brutes don't deserve to wield any Melioran tool.
I don't know how much of a good guy he sounds right there. Alright, we get a new spell. Magic Missile. I'm not going to call it Arcane Missile, I'm going to call it what it is, Magic Missile. Fuck the copyrights. I have a new charm bracelet. Alright, what? No. I didn't follow that. Up and around.
Good work. You're all set to get back in the fight now.
Okay. I wonder, can I... No. Are they going to go off on their own? So if I don't use them, why is it going weird? Okay. I wonder if they just randomly choose a target. Interesting. Now I want to go play with that. I think this video has gotten too long though, and I need to end it. So, I was actually kind of surprised at the first bit of this. Oh, do we have another one? We have another place that we can go to.
To the left of the map is my collection of fate cards. They give you the chance to revisit your battles in makeshift alternate universes.
Okay.
Some details are different from the history you know. They don't really affect our time stream, but whatever you gain and learn there stays with you.
Nice. Weaken. Enemies have 75% less HP.
Cards, choose a region, then the cards you want to use, and then the stage you'd like to revisit.
Ah, they
Some
give you different
cards are
multipliers.
mutually exclusive and therefore can't be used at the same time.
I like the tarot card look to them. Enemies have 50% more HP, doesn't affect bosses, incompatible with cards lowering, plus 0.25 multiplier. This is how people were getting higher scores. Enemies become 25% slower, doesn't affect boss, incompatible with haste. Weaken. Did I already use that card? Do we have 2 weakens? Oh, weaken 1 and weaken 2. We've got 2 weakens. Haste. Yeah, 25%. Multiplier 0.25, and then this one is hardened 2, 75% more HP. Wow, so we could do 75% more HP with haste and get a decent multiplier out of that. So 2x the score. So that's interesting for replayability. I wonder how many of these there are going to be. So we've got this dungeon, Headland Mine was abandoned several decades. An invasion after the opening a new rift, destabilized the already dangerous caverns and caused most of the mining tunnels to collapse. I can throw that away, put a new one in, and then we have at least 4 on this. I wonder how high that's going to go. Small town built in the edge of ancient ruins, vegetable blacksmiths living here create powerful enchanted weapons, blah blah blah. I'm going to guess, since we have Pinewood there, Strikes Lookout, Wargtooth Pass, Ruda, Catawise, and Headland Mines, Morrowland. So maybe these small names aren't going to be things. So we've got a couple of small names there, just the big ones. So 6 different areas with, let's just say that they all have 5 different areas. That's a decent number of levels. Decent amount of gameplay for 20 bucks. I'm happy with that. I'm happy spending this. It looks good, it sounds good, it feels good. There's some weirdness right now with the fireball, and actually, can I go... Well, whoops, that's a wall. Go over here and test this out. Back in the center of my play space.
There's fun to be had here.
Yes, there is. So I don't know why it wasn't working. There we go. Do I have a mana? I wonder if there is some hidden... Because I'm doing the same motion. Yeah, it doesn't appear to care. So I wonder if it's just the recognition engine derps. But I don't know why I can do it consistently here and quickly, but then when I get into combat, it's I don't know what it is. It's just quirky. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I can't tell. That was my only problem though, is once I upgraded the fireball, not being able to cast another fireball. Maybe it has something to do with the burn effect? I don't know.
To bore me, and I've spent a...
Oh, piss off. Anyways, that was my only complaint so far. Let me clarify something I said earlier. It feels more like a tower defense than a wave shooter in that you've got your big tank enemies, you've got your regular normals, you've got your speed enemies, and you have to use each tower strategically to handle them. You need air towers for your flying enemies, rapid fire stuff for your fast enemies, poison usually for your fast enemies, slow heavy hitting snipers for the big. There's strategy involved, and it feels like the spells are your strategy in what you should be using. It doesn't feel like there's a one size fits all. Like, I don't think that I could just permanently use the bow throughout the whole level and it would work out. It feels like I do need to, use this at times and not just for the immune stuff. It feels like there's a reason to. The bow seems to work well for the big guys, but I don't necessarily have to. I've been using the fireball. The lightning for the quick guys, as not only is it a short range, just goes wherever the hell I point it, it also chain lightnings, so it seems perfect for the super fast slow, or super fast slow, super fast small runner types. And it just gave me more of a tower defense vibe than a wave shooter, but ultimately it basically is a wave defense game if you want to get right down to it. I don't know. I'm happy with it. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Surprisingly, when I heard the "oh my god, it's just another wave shooter" reviews, I put my head in my hands and was like, "Damn, it looked so good." And it could have been better. It will be better with free. Shut up! I'm talking.
I don't know if I find the thought upsetting or exciting.
Whatever the hell you are. Yeah, so what was I saying? He completely trashed my train of thoughts. Yeah, so I like it. I will give it a thumbs up. I'm happy that I purchased it, and I will continue to go through the storyline. I'm curious to see who the hell this guy is. I'm taking bets on he's me from the future, but that's just my initial thoughts. I'd like to see more of the story behind it. I don't know if you guys have noticed this yet, but I like story in my games. I like knowing why I'm going through and butchering a whole bunch of goblins. I mean, butchering goblins is fun, but I like the NPCs to tell me why they want me to go kill 10 rabbits and bring me back 15 years. So the fact that this guy is talking to me through the whole thing is a good thing in my mind. I know a lot of people don't give a shit. They just want to, be Emperor Palpatine and kill crap.
Switch it up a little. Or did you come here just to play with this one spell?
I did come here just to play with one spell, so screw you. Alright, he keeps interrupting me. I think that's going to do it for you guys. This has been pretty fun. Hit the like if you like this. Subscribe if you want to see more VR content. I will be doing more of this probably if some stuff changes. Definitely when the Freedom Locomotion hits, I think that I will probably do an updated video with that, because I think that will change this game a lot. If I'm not locked in a single position, I think that it will help and add a lot to the game. Hopefully some of the future levels, like the mines, they're a little bit more spread out, a little bit more open. They did say that they were going to be adding in more content for the game in their notes on like the 28th or something. So once Freedom Locomotion hits in a couple of weeks, we can look forward to more content from these guys on the game. So I definitely think it's worth the $20. That's it for me, guys. I will see you in the next video. Later. But do they have a quit button? That they do. Look at that. There's a quit button right there. That's amazing.